So Dragon Ball Super episode 56 comes out next week. It appears to be an awesome episode from the preview. So I'm not going to play the preview in this video. If you guys are interested in it, feel free to click on the link in the description to go check out the full preview if you haven't seen it yet, because there's two versions. Check out the full preview, come back to this video so we can talk about it. So for today's video, I'll be talking about episode 56 and give you guys like an analysis of the preview and a little bit of prediction here. So basically, to run through the preview, what happens is Trunks sees that Mai's alive. They appear to show some shaggy guy that looks a bit like Yajirobe, who I was under the impression was dead in that timeline, maybe, but maybe not. I don't particularly know. I don't have a lot to say about it. It is what it is. Maybe that's current timeline Yajirobe that grew a beard, maybe, I don't know. So basically after that, maybe what I'm thinking what happens is Mai and Trunks kind of meet up, and then Goku, Vegeta, and Mai make their way over to where the resistance is. At that point in the preview, we see Black firing off ki blasts at them. It appears that he found them. And at that point, we flash to Vegeta in Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan Blue, whatever you prefer to say. Neither is wrong at this point, but he's just basically wailing on Black, and Black is in his base form at this point. He's taking him. And at the end of that, Black transforms into Super Saiyan Rose. So Super Saiyan Pink, Super Saiyan Rose. The official name is Rose, by the way. And that's pretty much what we get. And we see a little bit of Goku in his blue form. Honestly, what I'm thinking is going to happen here, and I've talked about this several times, right? So I think that the initial portion of the episode is going to be Trunks meeting up with Mai, them doing all of that, and him asking how she survived, her explaining that and things like that, and they'll make their way to the rest of the resistance where she's probably camped out. We'll get a little bit of Yajirobe stuff, if that is Yajirobe, but maybe not. I don't know once again. And they'll get some character interaction between Goku, who'll probably say something funny to Mai, like, hey, you're that girl that's a kid, you know, things like that that Dragon Ball likes to insert in there in Dragon Ball Super for whatever reason. Vegeta will kind of be there, and I'm sure Mai may recognize him. I haven't deciphered what they're doing with the Mai character in the future. She acts as if she doesn't know who Pilaf and Shu are, like, because they even said that they didn't exist there. Trunks never met them, so I don't know what's going on with that character. She could be an entirely different character. If you guys are interested in a theory like that, Real to Real and I kind of talked about that on his channel. I will link that in the description. Shout out to that guy, by the way. Amazing YouTuber. Anyways, that could be an entirely different character, but still Mai, of course. She acts like they don't exist, and Trunks said he never met them once again. So what I'm thinking is going to happen at that point is they're going to hang out, they're going to talk for a bit, and in typical Dragon Ball Super fashion, the fighting will be in the last few minutes of the episode, and they'll cut it off on the cliffhanger. Like, I don't even think Goku... I think where it's going to end, where the cliffhanger will be, is when he goes Rose, Black goes Rose, and Goku is there at the end of the episode in his blue form about to fight him. So what I'm thinking is going to happen, that's where it's going to be, but that it also means that Vegeta loses. So they kind of do this thing, and I've talked about it several times in several of my videos. If you're not subscribed to me, stay subscribed, because I do a lot of gaming content, but I do a lot of really good discussion videos. I said doo-doo! No, so back on a serious note, what they do... Okay, this is Goku and Vegeta's show, all the way, 100%. This is their show. What they do, however, is everybody else below them, and that's not like a god like Whis, who isn't particularly a god, we don't know what he is, but you know what I mean. Beerus, Zeno, like all these other characters that are above them on the food chain, they're relevant, you know, but everybody else, like a Z Fighter, Gohan, unless you're Trunks, this is his arc, if you're not those characters, you're irrelevant. So you're basically a trope used to elevate these characters. And quick example is how Goku loses to Frost in the Universal Tournament. Piccolo comes in, basically strategizes his way to a victory, and Vegeta forces him to disqualify himself at that point so he can take out Frost himself. So, like, what was the point? You know what I'm saying? So, basically, they do this thing, and then also, by the way, Vegeta goes on to win 3 more battles, and then succumbs to Frost because he's tired or whatever the case is. The manga goes a little bit more in depth with that, but that's basically what's going to happen here once again. He seems like he's going to be getting the better of Black, but still nowhere near strong enough to beat Black, because I don't know if Black went back into that time period after, you know, the fight with Goku and trained a little bit. He seemed like he was interested in getting more acclimated to the body and whatnot after the fight with Goku, because he learned some stuff from the fight with Goku. That could be where he got the idea to transform from and all these different things. Obviously, Black was a character that was getting fighter progressively during that fight, similar to how Hit would. So I really don't know too much about it, but it seems like he probably did train because he's in his base form and Vegeta's in his blue form. We know how strong the blue form is. I have a very, very, very hard time believing that he can, stand up to that amount of power and, be okay. That's probably why he goes black, but Goku says in the preview, hey, go full power. I'm going to use my full power too. Obviously, black is strong if it is pushing Goku to having to use the blue form, whereas previously in their previous fight, Goku probably could have won Super Saiyan 3 and won, you know what I'm saying? Even though Super Saiyan 3 is a form they're not supposed to be particularly using, it's still very powerful, especially with how strong their base forms should be at this point, even though the scaling is entirely out of whack, because this show does this thing where they act like this person's Super Saiyan 1 is equivalent to this person's Super Saiyan 1, this person's Super Saiyan 2 is equivalent to this person's Super Saiyan 2, like Trunks versus Goku, all this different stuff, no matter how you look at it. Some of the stuff just doesn't make sense, but Super Saiyan 3 probably would have been able to beat Black. At the very least, the trump card, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, or if you're in the manga, because Toyotaro loves the red form, Super Saiyan God, either way, Black would have lost back then, but apparently he's gotten significantly stronger. Vegeta's going to lose, basically what I was saying initially. They use Vegeta as a pedestal for Goku. They use everybody else as a pedestal for those two characters, and Vegeta's used as a pedestal for Goku. He's basically Robin to Goku's Batman, and I'll probably piss people off to say it, but that's just kind of the reality of how the show is handled. It's not my fault, that's just how it is. And he may get a few nice, clean, good hits in, but he's probably going to ultimately wind up losing. Why? Because Goku has to be the one that has to get a significant battle and a lot of screen time, and Goku will be Super Saiyan Blue in the next episode. So that's why I think the transformation will be at the end of this episode. It won't really be too much. I think it's going to be interactions and Vegeta's fight in this episode, and then the next episode will be, after that 57, will be Goku's fight with Black, primarily all episode. It should be a lot of fun. I don't really know if they're rushing this arc. It seems like they could be in particular. But nonetheless, it's going to be a lot of fun. I didn't really comment too much on Super Saiyan Rose in this video, nor have I commented on it too much throughout, its inception into the community lately. So Danny, my friend Geekdom 101, he is the first one that kind of covered that, and I didn't take it upon myself to make a video talking about it, not because I didn't believe him, but because I wanted more information on it. Obviously the scans weren't fan art, they were official artwork and whatnot, and there was other images of it and stuff like that other than like the sample ones on the website, so like it was legitimately what was going to happen. And we start seeing more stuff about that, and it kind of became reminiscent of the Super Saiyan Blue toys that came out before the movies came out. Like, everybody's like, are these real? Are Goku and Vegeta really gonna get these new blue forms? And then the Dragon Ball Heroes teaser thing came out with Goku getting that blue or new transformation, like, oh, Goku has a new transformation, but we didn't know what it was. And they're like, oh, is it going to be these toys? And the toys, they came out way earlier than the movie and any material did, but they wound up being legitimate, So Black will get this form. It was always legitimate. Shout out to Danny. So if you guys aren't subscribed to that guy, I don't know if you need anything like that or if he needs anything like a shout out from me, but the guy's an awesome guy. He's my friend. So he's a really cool guy. He does a lot of hard work, so check him out. But nonetheless, I've kind of rambled from here. I've gave you guys my thoughts. I would like to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section as to what you think will happen next episode. So that is it for me. I will catch you guys next time. This has been D3, and I'm out, man. Peace out.